I was being watched like all the time at night, and I would like be there. But right when we were around, like as hard as this demon slammed the door as hard as it could, and it was like automatic to me, and I actually super scared. This pile of tires in the backyard, and I was trying to. I climbed up really willing, went all the way home, but we just stayed and watched Paranormal Activity. Still, I don't know if still happen.
Yeah, like yeah, 11, 12, around that. Okay, that's the first significant event. You are already interested in paranormal movies and kind of stuff, but now it moved to a much more. How did that?
Supernatural and paranormal stuff started to happen. This stuff never happened before that experience. So I knew whatever demonic spirit or whatever, it did come with me, to my house because this demonic spirit would give me a
Were they worried about you? Yeah, Provoke it. That's some good information enough. That's a good question. It's gonna be wild, man. Oh, yeah, I almost died. Almost went there. Oh no. I can't have that one. I'm guessing his parents didn't know him was right. He was going too much. But once you get in too deep, you turn back like he said. My bad. Fucked it up. He got a set. The same time. With spirituality. Something so innocent leads to something. That's a beautiful question. I'm glad he said that. Not really that that's happening to him, but as far as like what he's saying is very very deep. Is very very timely. It's a timely message because I advocate for mental health awareness. And a lot of times people look at people like, this person's crazy, they're off the rockers. They're talking to themselves, whatever, right? Whatever they want to label themselves or what people want to label them as far as mental health. People really be dealing with internal demons. And some of these things, even though you get saved, you really have to have somebody with, like you said, spiritual power because God put people in spiritual places to help with these things. Like it's no coincidence he met a spiritual man on YouTube that was able to get those demons out of him, even though he was having his spiritual experiences to become saved. He was saved, but still possessed, which is the battle of the mind. You want to be saved, you have desires to be saved, but you have those demons in you that you have to have expelled up out of you. So that's the power of having spiritual guidance and teachers, preachers, pastors, evangelists, different godly people like that. And you got to have discernment because not every person that says that they're of God is of God, and they will actually help relieve you of those demons that actually add more unto you. Like he was saying, it's all trickery. Once you get into these practices, you'll think it's a good ghost, a bad ghost, or whatever, but they're all deceptive. And before we carry on, just want to put a positive word out for today of October the 15th. 2025 because that's what I like to do is put positive vibes into the universe and hopefully something could help someone live a better prosperous life. But nevertheless, 2025 the word for today is try to stay conscious of me as you go step by step through this day. My presence with you is both a promise and a protection. After my resurrection, I assure my followers, surely I am with you always. That promise was for all of my followers, without exception. And whether you are saved or not, if you believe in Christ and you try to follow Christ, that's when these battles that happen. For nobody is exempt. The the persecutions of those who persecute Christ. Once you follow Christ, you just got to stick with Christ because He'll be the one to help you with your sufferings and the persecution of the enemy. My promise of peace and protection is a powerful promise. As you journey through, my presence is a powerful protection. As you journey through your life, there are numerous pitfalls along the way. Many voices clamor you for your attention, enticing you to go their way. A few steps away from your true path are pits of self pity and despair, places of pride and self will. If you take your eyes off me and follow another's way, you are in grave danger. Even well meaning friends can lead you astray if you let them. Usurp my place in your life. The way to stay on the path of life is to keep your focus on me. Awareness of my presence is your best protection. And that reading was inspired from the book of Matthew, chapter 28, verse 20. And also the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 1 through 2. We want to get right back into his story about how certain infatuations can lead you to a life of self pity and doubt. A lot of the lower vibrations of the world. Excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, like I like horror movies. I like a lot of this stuff, but these were ways for me opening the door for Satan to attack me with certain things that I have problems with. And to be truly honest with myself and to be honest, surrendering all these things to the Lord is the only way that I can make it through with my sufferings and my temptations and my own addictions. Man, that was pretty dope. Really, really dope. Go back to the conversation with this girl, Lacreta, but not right now, not in this moment. Maybe later on today or tonight. Her story is very interesting as well. Well, not her story, but her interview. and she's actually what they call one of the greens, one of the reptilian people who lives underground. Whether you believe this stuff or not, is interview was done with her. I can't really pronounce her name. She says our tongue is slightly different, the way that we can't pronounce it, and they don't like being disrespected, being called out of their names. So this is the name that she give herself is, Lacreta. Look it up. Lacreta Files if you want to check it out before I could finish it off or whatever. But yeah, what I get from his story we just watched was that God makes no mistakes. We may feel we're headed the wrong way, we're down the wrong path, our life has no meaning, and that's just the tricks of the enemy to make you feel this way. Our life has purpose. He was in a, and also what our desires, how God can switch our desires totally. His desire was to be into the occult, the demonic, into the spiritual realm, and God didn't take that desire away from him. He enhanced it, but he used it for his glory. He's still doing the same things that he really likes to do, but he's doing it to edify and glorify God, which is totally awesome. He saved him from that trap. Some of our desires can be a trap to our damnation, and that's what I really got from that. Whenever you don't have God in your life or in your business, in your situations, it's a red flag to we being deceived and deceiving ourselves to thinking that we're on the right path. He said his wake up call, and God speaks to us. Jesus is always calling. That's why I like to read from this book, Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence, written by Sarah Young. Those are some powerful words, just the words alone of this book, the title. It means a lot to me. It speaks deeply. I'm blessed to have it. Be around like-minded people. Someone else left this to me. A dear friend. We haven't spoken in a while. But yeah, I like to have nice relationships with people, spiritual people. But anyway, nevertheless, happy Wednesday, Feliz Marcoles. Peace and blessings from Team Angie. Just wanted to share a little bit of insights on subtle little things that can seem so harmless, but be setting us up for damnation, for eternal damnation. A lot of things that are enticing are the easy route to what seems to be a solution to the problems of the world. The world is not exempt from suffering, and those of us here are going to experience those things. But suffering isn't nothing compared to the peace that Christ offers us for those of you who are looking to and willing and wanting to experience true peace, and also who want to experience that peace in the pursuit of happiness without the tools you need to battle these things, manage stress and anxiety. I've written out a daily blog for free for you guys to have the tools you need 7 days a week, tips and tools, actionable steps to manage stress and anxiety. I encourage you guys to get your free blueprint. I mean, this way, it's kind of mirrored like in the sports games. You'll get the newsletter here. Also, you will find out what Team Angie has to offer and what we have available. And also, if you want to join this 90-day challenge currently going on for passive income online, digital marketing for beginners, done for you business, a business in a box. All you have to do is customize your payment gateways and the name of your business or whatnot, and be coachable to learn these high income earning skills. We're all about turning passions into profit. Got me a little tea up here. I'm about to drink that. But yeah, you guys have a nice day. I just want to share this information with y'all. You can go ahead and check out what we have available. I keep forgetting. And get your free blueprint and also receive the blog that we have going on for you guys looking to manage stress and anxiety. And also for those of you looking to end this year with a strong finish, end this year with multiple streams of income, doing the things that you truly desire to do, having time freedom to figure that things out. But nevertheless, peace and blessings. And also, if you're new to my channel and you like to be inspired, if you like to be educated, if you just like a good time, join my exclusive community. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Team Angie LC. It's free. And I appreciate you guys' support and helping me grow, to monetize, and reach more people, to help save more souls and introduce them to Jesus Christ, to help me share this wonderful message, the wonderful message of Christ, that Christ loves you and He's here to help you, that you won't have to suffer in silence and suffer alone. That's what Team Angie was created for, to offer you guys the tips and tools to help you guys know that you are and to help you guys believe that you are important, you are valuable, and you matter. Because we all have a mission in this world, and we all have distractions in this world that's going to stop us from completing that mission. But the marathon continues. It only continues for those of you who get started to truly live your purpose and passion in life. The peace and the blessing, and may you be inspired by Team Edge. I'm Aaron Glenn, team member, CEO, and private personal consultant. I was about to say something else. My past is starting to speak to me. I was thinking about before I woke up, kind of had a weird dream, or not even a dream. I just woke up, couldn't breathe, kind of, sort of. So I'm just like, let me just take a breath. But before I went to sleep, I was kind of like thinking about my journey and my relationship with Christ. I was like, I need a Bible. I need a new Bible. I want to start reading from the Bible and doing my stuff a little different. And I was just thinking about that, like, how can I truly please the Lord, and how can I truly do my part? And not just that, but also be an example. You know, you could talk about these things all day long, but when you're not living in accordance, in alignment with the word, then you're misleading people. And that was my that's what I worried about. I was thinking about that, like, I'm going to really live by example. Have I been misleading people? I was just examining myself to know, what adjustments to make, what adjustments need to be done. And I was kind of really, like, really into that. Like, man, what could I do? What should I do? How could I start the year over? How could I end the year right? Those type of thoughts. And I was kind of figuring it out. I just give it to the Lord. I pray about it. I say, Lord, I just need your help. This is all I was saying, like, over and over in my mind. I just say, Lord, I need help. I need help. What to do? How to do it? And that was what was coming to mind. It was like I was doing it already, but I know what to do because I haven't done it. I know I haven't done it yet. But what he showed me was like, you got everything you need. Pick up what you got and use it. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And one thing I have, which is this book, and I do have other Bibles. I don't know what's been stopping me from picking them up and reading them. But what I will do is read from the Bible. I don't know how I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna tell y'all how I'm gonna do it, what I'm gonna do, but you're gonna start seeing the change. And um, we're just gonna read the Bible together. We're gonna make it make sense. Not gonna make it make sense. We're gonna see what's revealed to us. And the way that I'm gonna do it is gonna be, it's gonna be interesting and fun, nevertheless. But yes, that's something that's been on my spirit. What I've been working on. Of course, I love digital marketing. The products and services I have are mainly about education and art, which are two of my passions. I love education. I love being creative, different forms of art, painting, drawing, um, different stuff. I co-create with Christ, so I like to create. I'm a creative person, and I like to believe and think so. So I like to spend time doing so, and also learning how to create. Like, I was learning how to do the 3D art. It's not all that, but it's getting better. But yeah, like how y'all seek to coming into focus, like I'm learning to do stuff like that. Wait, hold on real quick. Um, Pardon me. Hello. This is an important call. I apologize, y'all, but I'm gonna end this and get back with y'all. Peace and blessings. It's something about my Navy Federal. I don't know if it's a scam or not, but they basically saying fraud prevention. They want me to call them. I seen this number before. I feel like I just called it recently or something like that. It's kind of like deja vu. I'm not too sure or whatever, but I did pray about that as well. I say, Lord, protect my finances, protect my health, protect my mind. I just want to do what's right in your sight. I want to please you. I want a pure heart. I need help, what to do and how to do it. And not saying don't handle your responsibilities, just pray about it. No, not at all. But do pray, yes. But do be active as well, you know. Don't be like, all right, Lord, I need money. I'm going to pray for money. I'm going to sit around and wait for money. No, you got to actually do something. Be, you feel me? Blessed are your works as well. You know, blessed are the readers, the hearers, and the doers of His word. But yeah, that was just a internal sign for me to know, like, yeah, what's been going on. The attacks are being stopped because I said return to sender all of the debt, you know, debt or however you guys say it, debt. Whatever, right? You know, it's a spiritual warfare. Not everybody believes in Jesus Christ, and not everybody prays to Jesus Christ. Everybody has their own spiritual powers, warfare. You know, like I use God as a power type, whatever. And yes, I said that I use God as that because it is what it is. You serve God and you use God as far as prayers and blessings and stuff that you want and need. Like God is not dumb, you know. But sometimes you have not because you ask not. And sometimes you got to be real detailed about what you want. And that's just what it is, you know. We often like we desire things and it's just a broad category. But once we are in that realm, we're not satisfied. I practice gratefulness and practice gratitude for the smallest things, but I'm detailed about those small things. Like I pursue happiness, whatever comes with that, as far as what I perceive as happiness, right? Whatever I perceive to make me happy, whatever, right? It's a pursuit. I constantly go about that throughout the day. I don't allow certain situations, people, or places to deter me from that. I have discernment on when those type of spirits come to try me from that, you know, those lower entities or vibrations, because I'm all about energy. And I feel like vibrations are energies. If you vibrating at a lower energy, then you're going to have these type of realities like doubt, fear, lack. I feel like all of those are low energies that you can vibrate low with. It doesn't take much energy to be mad, to be fearful. You know, you can get scared easily. And a lot of these different things are easy. It's not taking a lot of energy to experience those things. And as far as high energy, high vibrations, you got to actually put a little more work into it. Like, you know, you're going to pursue happiness. It's not going to come. It's not going to be something everlasting. It's something you got to continuously work on. And these is what come with higher energy, higher vibrations. You know, you're passionate about what you're pursuing. You're putting the time, effort, and energy into it because it's something that you desire obtainable. When you're not in that realm and you're experiencing the total opposite, you don't use much energy to create the life and desire, the reality that you desire, right? I said I was going to cut this a little short, but I just wanted to put this out there because people like to confuse all of these titles and different type of practices. Just like when he said in this interview we watched, he says it's no difference between ghosts, spirits, bad spirits, good spirits, ghosts, and all this. All of those things are demons. That's deceptive. That's what we're warned to not do is to pray and practice with the dead because that's what it is. That's what they are, and in a realm where time doesn't it doesn't goes the same as our time, and they have all the time in the world to deceive you because they're not focused on these material things, which they're in and out of a material world, but you know those desires aren't what they desire. And once we call on them for certain things because we're not satisfied with our reality, we don't want to put that energy in, the right energy in to, you know, manifest the desires that we truly desire, the reality we truly desire. Some people will go this route because it's less energy. You could easily be like, oh, okay, we create with words. Words are powerful, and it's easy to use certain words to basically get your way, right? You can easily deceive somebody. That's what these spirits do. They easily do this stuff because that's their desire. That's what gets them happy. That's how they get off, and they do this for eternity because they have all the time in the world to do it. And they make you think that it's a good thing that you're doing by contacting them and asking them for their help, but they're just deceiving you to your demise so that you can be there with them and go, you know, have fun together, going to deceive somebody else. This is just my thoughts, my, you know, my point of view. It's for entertainment purposes as well, because I don't really know. It's just what I think. I'm not saying that this is a fact. It's just what I think. I don't know. But from the interview that I'm gonna play after this, a little bit later on today, the Lacreta Files, this will really sum up a lot of why I think this way, and uh, a lot of what this stuff is really about, as far as time and space and different entities, right? Entities and energies, because just because you can't see something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And a lot of times people get so curious that they get into all these type of things that they really want to test the theories that something exists beyond us, which yes, it does. But the spiritual world is nothing to play with, especially when you don't have any spiritual protection. But once you do get into it and you get wrapped up into it, because like he said, once these doors are open, once your eyes are open to the spiritual world, there's no turning those eyes off. There's no closing that door. And it's just ongoing. It's just like once you realize your colors, nothing can tell you anything different. You know it now. You use it now, and it's just something that's a part of your reality. Your awareness level has been enlightened, right? It's the exact same with the spiritual world. But once you are enlightened to this world and this reality, and you're having these things that's draining your energy, because they does, and they will, you can enjoy peace in God's presence by calling on the Lord, because He's always calling for our attention. And to spend a little time getting to know Him by reading His Word and renewing our minds, so that we can be discerned, not to be deceived as easily, because all of these things bombard our mind constantly, and it's hard to have a peace of mind when constantly bombarded with all of this stuff. And just like Jesus calling, the world is calling as well, and the world is much louder than Jesus. So that's why I like to spend time in solitude, or just reflecting. This is how I start my day off, and that's the time that I use that time, the first 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even an hour, just being grateful that I have this present gift of life. I'm in my right mind. I have dreams and goals to pursue. I have energy. I'm healthy. I had somewhere to sleep at night. I have a way to get food. I have clothes to wear. I have everything that I need. And this is my daily bread. Now, if I want more, I can go pursue more. And that's what I do every day. I go pursue more. Whether I'm successful at that or not, it doesn't matter. I'm just grateful that I had this day experience. I have my daily bread, and maybe or maybe not, I was able to help lead someone to Christ. And that's why I do this, because this is me sharing the message, and also me doing the money making activity, sharing the products and services that I have. So I'm trying to do two things at once, one more so than the other, but nevertheless, I'm doing two things right now, and I enjoy what I do, and I appreciate this position. I wish I could have more, yes, but I'm grateful and I'm content with the direction my life is headed. Um, I'm not saying that I have everything figured out or that I have everything in control, but this is the beauty of life. As it unfolds each day, I get to experience each day and each part of my path coming to completion. Just like Buddy, his life is still ongoing. He's still sharing his message, and he's still having experiences, living the life that he desires, as far as with the spiritual realm and casting out demons. Like, he's having fun some days and some days not, but nevertheless, he's able to have peace in his life, and that's what's important. Having peace so that you can have happiness, and that's what Team Angie is about. But nevertheless, peace and blessings. Happy Wednesday. Be mindful of them scammers too. Like, banks shouldn't be calling you. They shouldn't be texting you. They should be sending you letters and stuff. But don't be giving your information out over the phone. If you feel like something's wrong, then maybe something's wrong. But if they're telling you something wrong, be cautious before you take action, because these people will do anything to steal from you while you're focused on building your dream. Don't let people take you out of your position. These scammers, these low lives, these low entity vibrations, keep vibrating high and keep rising up. Peace and blessings, though. But make sure, nevertheless, to pray for discernment if you just don't know if something is right or wrong. That God may open your eyes and give you a signal, give you a sign that you should know. Don't give away everything that you work for. Don't let these people steal your money. Don't let them steal your attention. Stay guarded, stay vigilant.